And welcome back to Cliffieland. This is week number 8 in our occasional US A to Z series, where we're cooking a food for every state, territory, and district in the US of A. And tonight we're up to Connecticut. Connecticut, small state located in New England, for those who didn't know. And it has a couple dishes that it's famous for, one of them being steamed burgers. Kind of wanted to do those, but you needed tuna fish cans and, burgers. So instead we went with something which may be a little more local than statewide, but it is New Haven-Style Pizza. That is a clam pizza. Supposed to be really good. So let's take a look at those ingredients. First, for our dough, we'll need 3/4 of a cup of warm water between 110 and 115 degrees Fahrenheit, 1½ teaspoons of active dry yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, plus more for kneading, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, plus more for oiling the bowl. Then for the clams, we'll need about 2 dozen middle neck clams, soaked in water for 20 minutes before cooking, 3 crushed garlic cloves, about 1/4 teaspoon of red chili flakes, a few sprigs of thyme, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 bottle of white wine. And finally, for the topping, you'll need 1/4 cup of olive oil, plus more for drizzling, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 2 tablespoons of cornmeal for dusting, 3/4 cup of shredded mozzarella, 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan, salt, crushed red pepper for serving, and about a tablespoon of chopped fresh parsley. Note, in the original recipe that doesn't say anything about the cooking of the clams, suggesting to me that one could use canned clams, but I didn't want to do that. So you're going to see a recipe for cooking the clams at the start of this. That being said, time to cook! First, for the dough, in a bowl, whisk together warm water, yeast, and sugar. Set aside for 10 minutes until the mixture becomes foamy. In a large bowl, whisk together flour and salt. Make a well in the center of the flour. Slowly pour the yeast mixture into the well. Pour the oil into the well, and using a fork, slowly incorporate it into the flour. Work it into a dough. Turn it out onto a lightly floured surface. Knead until very smooth, about 5 minutes. Lightly oil a bowl. Place the dough in the bowl and cover with plastic wrap. Place in a warm area to rise, at least 2 hours. Meanwhile, clean and cook the clams. Uncover the clams and pluck them out of the water. Do not pour them out, as that puts silt and sand back onto the clams. Scrub the clams to remove the remaining sand and detritus. Heat the oil in a saucepan over high heat. Add the clams in 1 layer, garlic cloves, the thyme sprigs, and pour in the bottle of wine. Cover and boil for 5 to 8 minutes until the clams open. Discard any that will not open on their own. Drain the clams, reserving the liquid. Shell and chop the clams. Set aside 2 tablespoons of the clam liquid. Then, in a bowl, mix the chopped clams, reserved clam marinating liquid, olive oil, oregano, minced garlic cloves. Mix it all together well. Refrigerate until needed. Move your oven racks to the lowest position. Place a pizza stone in the oven. Preheat the oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the dough is ready, lightly flour a clean surface. Turn the dough out onto the floured surface. Stretch the dough into a thin rectangle measuring 12 by 14 inches. Dust a pizza paddle, upside-down baking sheet, or similar ridgeless board with cornmeal. Place the dough, making sure it slides easily over the surface. Sprinkle mozzarella over the dough. Spread the clam mixture evenly over the pizza. Sprinkle Parmesan cheese evenly over the top. Season with salt. Quickly and carefully slide onto the pizza stone. Cook until golden brown on top and bottom, about 8 to 10 minutes. Carefully remove from the oven and slide onto a cutting surface. Sprinkle with chopped parsley. Sprinkle with crushed pepper. Cut and serve. And how did it all turn out? Let me tell you, that was phenomenal. The flavors of the wine and the thyme and the garlic in the clams, along with the various other ingredients in the pizza itself and the fresh homemade pizza dough, made for a dish that was absolutely spectacular. I can't say enough good things about it. I wish I had made like 5 more of them. So I'm gonna give the New Haven-Style Pizza 5 out of 5 globes. It was really one of the best things I've ever made. So that does it for Connecticut. Remember, if you'd like to see our international streams live when they happen every Tuesday night, be sure to follow us on Periscope or Busker. Like and subscribe if you'd like to find out when these videos are posted. And tune in next time on the US A to Z Challenge when we hit up the Mid-Atlantic for Delaware. Until then, thanks for watching and happy eating!